And today I'm giving them their food a little different. It's a mixture between beef and chicken. And I'm gonna have to, this is gonna be a tricky one. Let me just get Diego that side first. Just put it in here for him. Diego. Enzo's on that side. I thought, let me just put it in their bowls for today, and they can each eat on their own. Enzo is on this side. Don't want to talk too much. That's why I didn't want to talk. Just as I started talking, well, he did that. So. Okay, now I can talk. There's no talking while Diego is eating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put the camera over there. So he's in sight. And I'll be talking behind the glass. Yeah, that's one thing. This tiger does not like talking anymore. He's totally changed his mind, and I will try my best not to irritate him too much, especially while he's eating. It's funny, when I open the door and I go in there, he's not as aggressive as he is when I'm behind the fence. So he watches me and he decides what he will do. He changes his mind to whatever he thinks he should do. Yes, that is one thing about them. They change their mind constantly. There's no way of knowing exactly how they will react. People have asked me, what will happen if someone goes inside the enclosure? Well, at first, they will be a little frightened. They will not know what is going on, and they will first run off into the bushes. It's only after that first minute or two that you will really start having a problem, when they realize that you are not a threat. That is when your trouble will start. So, after that, you will have to be the dominant one. If you are not able to be the dominant one, you'll be in big trouble. So, I don't advise anyone ever to get into a tiger enclosure. I think people can go in for the wrong reasons. They might think that they will be able to get some video footage, or just for the experience. You are wrong. You will not make it out unless you are the dominant one, and that is not easy to do. Another question I've had, the flies. Why do we have flies on the tigers? Well, I've tried everything when it comes to flies, and then I realized they are there to do us a favor. Those flies are real intelligent. This little cat is just right up here by me at the moment. The flies is around because should there be any meat left over that could rot and become a disease, or a disease might come from it, the flies are there to take care of that. If you do not have those flies, they will not be able to lay eggs on whatever is left, and the maggots that will come out of those eggs will eat that. It will consume that. So yeah, that's why we have it. I think it's a safety factor that could help should there be any meat that stayed over. That is just nature taking over on that. Well, I see Diego has almost ate everything. There's just a little bit left, and now he's drinking the rest. I like to give him some water with the meat. I just think it goes down easier, and I think it's more healthy as well. But yeah, that's one thing about the flies. They are there to make sure that nature takes its course. Should there be anything that could be harmful later, those maggots will devour it and there will be nothing left. And if there's a little bird coming around, they will consume those maggots. So even here in my little area, it's also being controlled by nature. So it doesn't matter where you go, nature starts taking over, because that is what this whole place is about. The whole world is built around nature. We just live in it. Even if you are in a big city, you still have trees, you still have bees, you still have everything about nature around it. And we are living in a jungle. Doesn't matter how you think about this. This is what it is. So don't ever think that just because you're around glass and bricks and concrete that you are living in a brick and concrete world. You don't. We are living in nature. Every germ, every little thing that occurs in nature is right around us. You just walk right out of your office and you are in the atmosphere. So yeah, that's something to think about. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it will always be there. Enzo has had his dinner. We go there now. And now Diego is just looking in his bowl to see if there's anything left, if I am allowed back yet. Let's see. And Enzo okay. They've had a good meal. I think yesterday I gave them a little less, and I could see Enzo's shape changed a little. He had those indentations right there on the side, right about there, and now it looks better. So yeah, I don't like to I like to feed them every day. I've heard a lot of people say that tigers and lions only needs to eat once every, well, I've heard once a week. I think that's ridiculous. I don't think that it will ever work if you have to feed them once a week. You might be able to keep them alive, But that's not what it's about. I don't think it's about. I think it's about treating them, making sure they get the best all the time. I can see he's had quite enough. And then also what I've heard, they tend to eat 25-30 kilograms at a sitting. That is also not possible. I'd say this was about 7 kilograms, and just look at him. He's actually a little bit uncomfortable. So they are not able to eat that much. Once again, I don't get these, what shall I call it, opinions, just from doing research. I don't do it that way. This is what I've seen. This is what I do. I spend time with them, and I can see his stomach bulging a little bit. So that's where I get my opinions from, just from what I see. Well guys, thanks for watching. They eat differently every day, so I don't want to just make a lot of videos about tigers eating the whole time, but they tend to eat differently every day. I don't think ever that one meal that they had was exactly the same as the previous one. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Subscribe and leave some comments. Hope you have a great evening.